having 3-map series against teams that maybe people would expect them to beat somewhat easily. But they're performing when it's necessary, and this is that match. So we come into the third map, and right off the bat, we see a quick play into the A site as Shawn goes nuts and flies through the sky as Raze and picks off 2. It's site control for GenG.
Thing is, though, they have still a low player HP and Shawn, and still they're trying to calm things down a little bit after a hectic push inside the site. Yes, we had 2 players fly inside the site. That was Shawn and also Huynh. Huynh gets executed by Corey because his teammates couldn't cover on that first kill, doubling up on that elbow. So that's a lot of position and information given away. 3 players from FaZe pushing in towards that elbow too, leaving MkaeL on his own. Somehow this retake has been beautiful. He gets the headshot onto Corey, though. That clock is defusing down, gets the second kill out of bullets. He's rotating back. He's reloading, and he couldn't get the kill. That's speaking about Marv and Omen versus Omen. A shadow step. Rawkus gets the kill. Sorry, I thought it was going to be Marv, but it's Rawkus. I forgot about that change. And he still gets the kill and the defuse as FaZe somehow scratches it out and wins the pistol.
We'll see if it works out for them as they continue to keep teams guessing as to what's coming. Now, we've seen GenG find success on these force buys. No surprise here that they're going to be flying in. There's one up in the corner, and Rawkus was not prepared. Did some good damage, but damage was not what they needed. They needed kills. ZachaREEE's trying to mop things up now from inside the site, but holy Moses! It comes down to a 1v2 in the snap of a finger. FaZe survives with 2 players up.
But you don't expect the spray to happen through the server cage to just hold you in your execution. But they continue with an explosive play for GenG. They're rushing up here. That's what I was talking about, that explosive push towards that mid side. Another force spy coming in for GenG, but it's still being halted by FaZe. Marv getting a kill, but it gets traded back. 2 players up on B Heaven, and it just goes back and forth, and the backstab for Corey with a double kill again.
Everything towards B. Look at this B stack. They really anticipate this being a B play. If they get in there quick, this is going to be a problem. Now, there is a rotate coming through. They're starting to shift positions as they're realizing, hey, it's not coming, but they're not going to get there in time. So Babybay has to step up big from inside the site, and there's just nothing he can do.
That's
Flash,
crazy.
slowed, stunned, dazed, whatever you want to call it. Not much can be done.
Everything was thrown out, man. Nothing he could do there, unfortunately. And as they try to go for the retake with the run it back from Marv, it immediately gets canceled. So this allows now GenG to have a great position. But the thing is, I'm talking about great position. They don't really have it. They're all stuck on the elbow. So it really has to come up to MkaeL to really try to split that defense around as he's fighting towards that back. And as he shadow steps across, he gets picked off by ZachaREEE. They're in a tough spot right now. This could still be retakeable for FaZe Clan as they did so on that pistol. And Huynh is able to trade it out first. But back on the backstab, Marv gets one. It's a 2 versus 2. They think there's one behind the map, but they're playing that clock. Pre-fire shot from Shawn, hot hands, allows them to push forward. Huynh gets the second kill, and 1 more to go as they know that he's close to dash through. That clock is ticking down. Huynh is just playing that clock. They're gonna get it. Well done here on that 1 versus 1. An expensive round, especially on top that ZachaREEE gets the last kill.
Full utility. The only thing they have to worry about is that Killjoy ult. They're just going to fly into B, or A, excuse me. So they fly into A, and the knives are intended to open things up, but they did lose their
through. Oh, sorry, Babybay. Yeah.
Oh, nice click from Huynh. A good toss out of the knife straight to the dome of Corey, but Marved, even more impressive, tries to drop down, misses an opportunity on a cross shot. It's a 3-on-3.
You should.
Wow. They've still got to deal with these knives, and they just lost their ult. If they had that Omen ult, there was a possibility of porting out, of course. Now there's a turret going down as well. This is good Killjoy utilization. Everything falls down on this last player in sight, and he's going to get caught. He's nothing he can do. Kimon is trying. Does he get around the corner? Oh, no, I thought for a second he would get around the corner, and they wouldn't be able to find him.
Oh boy.
My eyes on the cage.
Okay, that could work too. Continue with the right clicks. Player 1 making it expensive. I mean, he's not going to win the round.
Wants to place an X on the center square, you know? There's the rocket coming out from Babybay as he somehow sneaks through the dark cover that was in position. And that works out well. Shouldn't be able to just come in and get a freebie like that, but he does. At the same point in time, though, Huynh is there with the trade.
Exactly.
Equalize things and bring it back to a 4-on-4.
He slipped through the ropes, but they didn't notice that Huynh actually slipped down towards the mail as well. So he was able to even that out on a 4 versus 4. So this still makes it a very difficult hold for FaZe Clan. They have to split everything out, but you see how pushed up Babybay is towards long A, so they can really focus towards B. The attack is soon coming, and they have player playing towards Hell, and that's Marved and ZachaREEE. Beautiful crossfire from Hell and also entrance. And now can they actually get it done? Shawn's going to be the last one standing. He gets executed from the rotate from the A side, courtesy of Rawkus. Just trying to capitalize on mistakes, thinking that FaZe would maybe want to go on a hunt because they know that GenG's on an eco. They're winning 6-1, and they just want to end this quickly. You talked about how aggressive they were on GenG's side because they want to end the map and move to the first strike finals. And you might think that FaZe Clan's trying to do the same, but they're showing a lot of patience, which is very good. But there you go. They only get 1 kill out of that, and it's going to be the classic that comes in from Rawkus to get 3 kills. Playing behind a flower pot. So that is an unusual spot that hasn't been played yet by FaZe, and it's not going to be, there's a possibility it's not going to be checked. So there you go, they're jumping in, they're looking back towards the backside. There you go, it's going to be wasted there. This is huge for Corey right now.
Oof. GenG finding the openings they needed. And that allows them to get a spike plant over here on the A site. 3 remain. ZachaREEE drops the turret down. They do have Marved with Run It Back available. They've also got the Omen ult if they want to use that one. Try and get some intel on the site. Marved just wants to go for that dry peek and find his way out. And that's a self-heal as well, but ZachaREEE goes down in the meantime. And that means the pinch is potentially in here, with Marved having players coming up from the ramp. Yeah, and that's exactly what ends up happening. Gimon, big play from him to make this round that much easier. Huynh gets the last kill of the round.
Off your feet!
Well, Rolling Thunder is coming through. Marved is stuck in a terrible position on site, but Huynh doesn't move in fast enough, so he'll survive a while. Babybay is in the meantime picked off too. Now Marved goes for the ult, and all of a sudden, GenG's running away. What they don't realize is Corey's on the back end of the play. Now, Corey survives with the dink shot, but at least he can make the call out that GenG was backing off of this, and things get real confusing here for GenG. So the Neural Theft will give away positions, and they'll start to work their way out. Now that ult, that's the spike carrier. Oh no! MkaeL goes in a little too aggressively alone. They drop the spike. That means that Gimon has to now step up big here, and this all falls apart. This should have been so much better for them, but it's not. Gimon's stuck in a corner, and the round is going the way of FaZe.
And they're looking to push back inside B.
Here's the push moving into the site. GenG with a nice reaction to get over to this B site. ZachaREEE just sliding that crosshair left to right. Somehow still comes up with 1 kill. And that makes it manageable for Rawkus. But it is a 1v2. Low HP for player 1 as the spike goes down. I like the reposition from Rawkus. Doubling up in the back of sight is GenG. They're currently just holding and watching. Rawkus is going to have to make some noise to come down off this balcony. And we're not. I like that. Shadow step. They're still holding this same spot, though, and if he peeks it, there's 2 players trained on that position. He actually ends up putting a shot perfectly between the 2 of them. Well, let's focus on the round current and not the round's future. Huynh, an AWP in hand, holding currently towards elbow. That's where Rawkus is currently positioned, getting ready to toss that Paranoia and Dark Cover out. There's the Paranoia. Dark Cover came first. Showstopper's been popped by Babybay. Wants to send a rocket down into that, and it's exactly where it needs to be.
Hard to reload.
They haven't been able to get onto the site necessarily yet, but Gimon's been able to sneak out into a position they didn't expect. Flash comes through, looking for that other player on site, and they find it, but they need to get that spike down, and they do. It's down to a 2-on-2, and they have Rolling Thunder. That could be massively influential depending on how they decide to use it. But ZachaREEE also has his ult. Lockdown could be a problem. So there's that Rolling Thunder towards spawn. ZachaREEee gets bopped out of position, but in the meantime, Corey's wrapped around ramp and catches Huynh looking the wrong way. Gimon has too many angles to try to clear, and there's the ult coming through, and as the smoke goes down, you know, Gimon was in a risky position.
But it's still going to be FaZe Clan that's going to try to push inside this B site.
I like this. This is a front pillar play with that blaze wall. So they don't go back pillar, they go front pillar. And it kind of catches them off guard. Not many teams anticipate that style of play, trying to make their way out into the site. But Huynh solidifies the position and just somehow can't find the kill. It still comes together for GenG. FaZe looking for an opening. And player one's camera's going to spot everything they need. Oh, that actually ends up being brutal. The paranoia blinds him and he can't take out the tripwire. So he gets stuck in it for a little while longer. Another second and he would have been dazed. Now that's a nice shot coming in from Rawkus to at least try to get out onto this A site, but Shawn is there ready to greet him. 9-5, GenG. That is so brutal. Shawn slow on the approach. That's just rough for Marved.
That's just so good. Timing after timing where you would expect maybe at some point there's still a lurk. I love it from Shawn to still check his corners, clear it out just to make sure. And now they know the action's happening towards B. Big flash, but Corey still wins the fight. No matter what outcome comes from this shot. And you are looking for some sort of a body peek. You don't really see the curveball being popped up here by Marv to try to peek, so this could be big. So there you go, that kill. Now dashing in, he whiffs the second one, unfortunately, but still manages to escape. Pulls out the knives, a second kill, that's good enough. A 4-on-3, moving in as Corey opens up for 2. Thanks to the Empress, goes for the spike plant. B site is now open. Retake attempt, successful so far, up towards the MkaeL. But GMD survives with 5 HP. On a 3 versus 3 where the turret can do a lot of damage, GMD makes it a 2 versus 1. The spike has been planted as ZachaREEE's pushing towards spawn. And there you go, that's huge, but there, thankfully, I was going to say the turret could kill him. It came down to that ZachaREEE versus Shawn around the corner.
Babybay loves to do that. Unfortunately, that means both his blast packs are currently exhausted for the round. And MkaeL, first kill will go his direction. Has to be careful, there's targets around the corner, but it's only a pistol. Rolling Thunder does come through, and it's not really going to have too much impact. Rawkus and his teammate looking to scoop up some of the guns that were dropped. Babybay getting past the dark cover. And MkaeL is pretty low on HP, so it's no surprise to see it go that direction. Babybay just wants to get away. Had Babybay not used those blast packs, maybe that'd be an additional method of escape. But able to get across as the shot is missed by Huynh. Now the B site, because of all that action that took place on A, is empty. And I'm not sure they realize that Babybay has actually scooped up the spike. And realistically speaking, I don't think they care. I think they're willing to allow it. You can even see a ping coming out over on the B site.
10 seconds
I think they're willing to allow this plant and then play for the post plant.
Even they have a camera, so
it's close.
The plant's gonna come through, you're gonna tag it.
Does he have it? It's real close. I don't think he does. He didn't get it. He ran too slow on the site. So he ran too wide through B main and didn't curl that pillar enough. Like literally like 0.05, that's all he needed. And he ran too far to the left of the pillar to hook back around. And because of that, he doesn't get there in time.
So they're still trying to figure out what type of execution should we do. And it's now going to be just one big explosive one inside B, where Rawkus from the shadows comes out and gets the kill onto MkaeL. We're trying to push through, but the cyber cages are up. There's smokes all across the board, but Babybay, then player one gets a triple kill. ZachaREEE now staying alive on a 2 versus 1. 30 seconds left on the clock. A peek coming through, the timing once again, and it's going to be GenG. Shawn, a second time on a timing.
Here comes the push into the site. Shawn from distance executes ZachaREEE. Babybay with a nice peek from elbow, but one of 2 players remaining, and his teammate's right by his side, but it's a wonderful retake from GenG. A spike will go down. And it's now a 5-on-5 post plan. Now, they're coming back to clear mid. Do they check that corner? They don't. So Corey gets around there and manages to get further away. Flashes going in both directions. Neither one actually connects. But it is going to be GenG who finds the equalizer. It's a 4-on-4 now as they try to get back onto the site. Huynh wants to lead in. It is thick as it leads in towards spawn. They're trying to get out onto the site, but it's not working out so well for them. Huynh with a quick shot out on the off, but realizes it's time to get away. FaZe with a nice push towards the B site off the back of Marv's ult. And it's the first round win we've seen in a while for them on the attack. Number 11 on the board. Right now they've got control of mid. And they're trying to push into heaven. We're got player one currently positioned on the stairs. Corey is in ropes, though, sending Lears down to the bottom of ropes. Marv just holding this line, and that is masterfully played. And then the tripwire exposes itself. Huynn's flashed out in sight, can't take that shot. It's getting a little sketchy here, but they do have support. They popped that ult, and they sent Omen over to try and support. But knowing that, they're starting to shift some resources over towards A. They've got Killjoy currently lurking on the A site. Now, if they can find a kill out of Killjoy, they might turn things around. It's a nice shot coming out from Huynh, and that shot is exactly what needed to potentially send this spike away, back down through ropes. Look at the timing here. Corey actually gets the backstab onto MkaeL. It's all down to that duel, though, that one-on-one.
Exactly.
Shawn winning against ZachaREEE. Puts this Omen in an awkward position with just 19 seconds left. They have to make a move to try to get onto the site. Does he enact that move quick enough?
They're using numbers just to try to get into A. They know that Shawn's there, and that's a perfect way to get into the site. The shadow step into the front. Spike is down 2-on-2. And he's going to even teleport away into safety so they could play for heaven. But Huynh already at the heaven side with Shawn. 2 satchel charges available. But they had the verticality. The thing is, they don't have the angles from where FaZe Clan is playing. So even FaZe is actually pushing out. Look at Corey playing just under the window, and he's gonna spot ahead very soon. Punishes Huynh for that, and is 1 frag away from making this a tied game. But Shawn on a 2 versus 1. He does get the satchel charge. The paint shell's out. The tap forcing his opponent out. But that pushes him out as well. That's it. It is going to be map and series point for FaZe, just from the sheer patience of Corey into that round.
It's 12-9. FaZe now has the spike planted. There's the rocket pulled. Like we said, he's moving in close, but no one's there. They've backed off on the play. The rocket doesn't go as deep as it looks like it clips the edge of that door frame.
Yeah, they have Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge part of this as well. They're moving in fast. Flash is coming out. The Rolling Thunder is prepped. It goes back towards elbow. It's actually going to be Shawn who flies in, but the rocket doesn't connect. Doesn't matter. Shawn's got some intense mobility. ZachaREEE from inside heaven has to try and stop this defuse, but there's just too many targets out there. GenG, they stay alive. Double-digit rounds on the board.
And I see it now as the delay caught up on the stream. So he had the classic and armor, but really kept the money around the same for FaZe Clan so that they could really count somehow into this last round should they have not won that previous one. So that's why you see them on an eco now. And at the rate at this is going, it's going to be decided at the final round of regulation. Currently a 4-on-2 for GenG on the defender side as Marv is trying to make a heroic play towards the spawn, but Corey's trying to do the same. But player one...
But now they back off. They actually aren't going to push off this. Interesting.
Wow.
Now, because of the position that's going to come through from MkaeL, he's going to kind of give away that tell. He has to peek mid. So he gets flushed out into mid. Somehow he still gets a kill out of this. But you can see now, the B-side defenders have stayed closer to B. They didn't fully rotate away.
It's such a broken hold now. The only thing they want to gamble on is an A take. Because they have a camera on B, they could see if there's going to be anything that's going to happen towards the heaven side. They have a trap wire too. So look, let's put all of our eggs in a basket. Tournament line into this round with 3 players stacked towards A. And they are running into this for FaZe Clan. Will we go to overtime or not, Bach? Please take it away.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be interesting to see, to say the least. There's the Lear to lead them in. The smokes come down. The big player on this is going to be that Breach, who's currently lurking on the ramp. They need that play to come through quickly. There's Gimond peeking out, executing Marved. Now he's got some utility to utilize. Flashpoint sent out first. Aftershock comes through as well. Has the fault line available. Wants to send that one towards the site so they can try to get out from screens. Where now both players are coming through. You've got Shawn and player one, both in those positions. The Daze comes through and it delivers. They found 2. It's now down to 1. It's Rawkus on the site in the 1v2. He's trying to escape, going inside his own smoke, but no! It gets fluffed from the HP, and they line up, but it doesn't matter. We are going to overtime.
Right now from Raze. Babybay around the corner. He doesn't know where it's coming from. The first barrel sticks out, but that pop flash allows for player one to move in, and now they try to take control of the site. It's a 3-man crossfire for FaZe Clan inside the A. As they drop down, player one gets dropped down. Corey rushes out from the cloudburst, and they're holding their ground on A, leaving Shawn the last man standing with only 10 seconds left on the clock. This is looking to be a FaZe round. The first kill to come through, but that's it. The time has run out. Showstopper is even not enough. And we are back at map and series point for FaZe Clan.
They've got Raze there as well. Player one has the cam there, but it's playing A heaven. And that's a big kill from MkaeL. Spotting out that first player, that starts to pull the Raze around. So now they're going to have additional firepower here coming in by way of Shawn. MkaeL throws down another dark cover, but a quick shot coming out from ZachaREEE onto MkaeL. And now there's a ton of pressure on Guimond yet again inside the site. Only going to get one this time around. Player one's on the balcony. The spike's going to get planted with 15 seconds left on the clock. They make it onto the site. It's retake time yet again for GenG.
And they have to wait so long here for Huynh to rotate back. They really don't have anything for retakes with maybe if they still have paint shells from Shawn. On the other end, though, ZachaREEE's on the corner. The turret gives a lot, and that's a big tell. The paint shells are out, and he does get the train off courtesy of Huynh to a 2 versus 2. Marv is looking down. A crossfire setup as he gets the headshot onto player one. Can Huynh now clutch this at full HP? Gets the first one. The cloudburst as he dashes in. The curveball to come through. The smoke to come out. The spray from Marv, and the victory for FaZe Clan as they qualify for first strike, winning this third map in overtime versus GenG 14-12.